This is weird. Hi guys, I did not know it went live already. Obviously, I had my phone in my hand. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? Let me know. That was weird. Usually it lets you orient your phone the way you want and get all set up, but let me know if you hear me. So I'm going to log in. I guess I'm a little bit early. That was not ideal. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to go, I don't know what this means, whatever. Let's go to do some stuff here. Can hear and see. All right. Did you guys see me like when I had my phone like under my face? Oh my gosh, I was not ready. I don't know. They're always changing things on YouTube, so I have no idea what that looks like or anything. Um, what was I gonna do? I'm gonna look up my own channel so I can read the chat better. I hear you fine. Hi, Vianney. Hi, Susan. Hi, guys. Oh my gosh, that was silly. Okay, perfect. So let me turn the sound off though. Let's turn the sound off. My own channel so I can nope. Read the chat better. Okay. This doesn't have a way to stand it up, so that's kind of a bummer. So I am going to have to look at it in a funny way. How's everyone? Sorry, I was caught off guard. I know we haven't really started. It's supposed to be at 10 o'clock. That is so funny. I'm here in my living room because um, I was just finishing up a card and I didn't want to clear like everything off of my desk to get it set up to chat in there, in my craft space. So, oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. That was funny. A little bit embarrassing. Thanks for being here, guys. I know a lot of you guys have already shopped. What have you been picking up? I'm gonna grab something really quick. I need something to hold up this iPad because otherwise I can't see the chat as well. Um, so I do have links in the description box. There are uh, links in the description box, like I said, and then that little like shopping bag or however um, they do it here on YouTube now with that little kind of cute way you can see the different things. And it does say VianneyCreates earns commission on tagged products. And that's that there. I want to see the chat. Why is that not showing me the chat? I'll figure this out. Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh. There it is. Thanks for being here. And again, not quite 10 o'clock yet, so I'll wait a few seconds. I cannot believe that was all like in my hand. I'm like over here. Anyway, or the bigger storage set for 40. Oh, yes. Okay. So we have a lot of things to talk about, but again, I'm just waiting for it to be 10 o'clock legitimately. But price drops. I want to talk about that because whatever Diamond Press had brought that were mostly the stamp and die kits, they were already priced at like $17.95. So they already had like a sale price even 2 weeks ago when a lot of the items hit. Um, but the storage boxes, we need to talk about the storage boxes because I think they were $62.95 for the big bundle. Remember, I had shown you guys the bundle. I don't really talk about pricing in my videos because I feel like that's for you to decide because I get the things, free of charge. Some of the items, obviously, that I show, some I buy. So I don't feel like that's my place to say anything about that. So, which was a good deal because usually they sell, I think, one box for like $30 or whatever it is. And it had, the new bags. It had the mini one. It was two of the larger boxes, obviously your storage pockets, but now it's $49.95. So if you guys picked it up earlier, because I know some people did, and even the mini storage box, I think there are like a handful of like the blue one left or something. They're pretty much sold out. Um, get your price match. I wouldn't say cancel your order if your order hasn't shipped yet, because then if you reorder it, it's going to charge you shipping for today. Or if you already did, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make sense to do that. But I would call them or chat with HSN online, get that price match on that one because it's $49.99 when it was $62. I mean, that's a big difference, right? So get that money back, and they do money plus tax, whatever it was. They'll credit back to you. I didn't really notice a lot of other things change in price. I don't know if the airbrush did, but the doggy and the butterfly and floral, and then the dog and cat set changed in price by like $5 or $6, whatever it might be. Um, is it looking okay, you guys? Because I'm looking on my husband's iPad and I see it blurry. I hope that's not the case. Um, you got the bicycle, yeah. So Oh, see, that's what someone said, echo and fuzzy. I don't know why, you guys. Sorry. And an echo, huh? Oh my gosh. Let's see if it clears up. I don't know what to tell you. I have the fastest Wi-Fi, and yeah, it's blurry. That's the, oh my gosh. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to keep talking. I don't know what to do about that. It's freezing up. Okay, now it looks better on my husband's iPad. It's looking better now. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. I'm the only person here at the house. You know, I did that whole HSN thing, the big craft live stream with the same Wi-Fi that I have. It's on Wi-Fi. No one's here. I'm by myself, so unless I don't know where my Wi-Fi is going. But anyhow, so yeah, it's getting better. I see that. I don't think it's the room I'm in, Torrentia, because I've broadcasted from here before and it was fine. And then usually I'm even behind here, further out from the Wi-Fi. If everyone needs to know, my mesh is actually right above me, so I don't know. I'm actually further away from it when I'm in my craft room or anywhere else. Um, Anyhow, so yeah, I can see that it's looking better. I'm sorry, I don't know what that was about. But yeah, so what else dropped in price? A couple things that Diamond Press has brought. The items I bought that for that were like Anna Griffin I bought last week or even 2 days ago are the same price. They were already kind of like a sale price. So I didn't really see a lot dropping there or changing in price there. But definitely if you got the large bundle, get your money back and then your price match. Um, Again, the butterfly floral and the cat dog set and a couple others might have been a few less dollars. So you definitely want to check that out. Mary Rose is looking good on your couch. Thank you. I know. I even told my husband, it's just because I was working on this card. I know I haven't released a video yet, and you guys have been asking for this video, and it's so funny because I knew it was going to take me a little bit longer since it's like a pop up. And you guys, there were a ton of products as you see. And so I was trying to match things up or pair things if I could in a video so that I can make less videos you can watch and then have the information. But the last one was a tackle box, and I was just still working on it this morning, so I didn't want to clear everything off on my counter, like I said, on my craft room, to then come over here, to just to chat or whatever I was going to be doing, because I didn't want to misplace anything, or it's just how it is when you have a work in progress, right? So I had everything there, and I just finished it up, and you guys, I'll show it to you, and the video will be out later today. But look how cute! I'm actually, honestly, this is one of the cutest things I've seen. And I'm not a fisher. I don't even know any fishermen type people or people who like fishing out here in my family. But how cute! Actually, that's not true. My older brother, well, I have everyone's older. I'm the baby of the family. But Armando, my other brother, he likes to go fishing on the coast here. But so maybe that's cute for him. But look at the happy birthday. And you guys, I am really impressed with it. I can't even. And then at the end of the video, I was thinking about, I'm like, if you're not into fishing or you don't know a lot of people, because like I don't, what about making it like a caboodle, like a makeup case? And I know I have auto ships or other sets where I have like little lipsticks, and even from I think Spellbinders, I know I have a few from like Dime Press. So throw in, your little lipstick, your little hair dryer, your whatever. I mean, hair dryer is kind of supposed to be bigger, but like nail polishes and like little scissors. Remember that one, the Apron Beauty set? I think that'd be really cute. Those things would totally go in here and it'll look like a makeup organizer. And then maybe have a gift card in there for like Ulta or Sephora or whatever. So I think for me, honestly, I'll use it more as a makeup organizer. And I think that was such a cute idea. Like super cute. Just make it pink or purple or like very girly. I think it'll be really cute. So that video will be after right now. A sewing box, yes, yes, Susan, like all those things. But like, I just thought it was so cute. I know, so Denny, and I've had a lot of people asking, where's the tackle box? So I'm like, I will get to it. I'm sorry, but like, also I can't put out so many videos at once. So like, on Sunday I was like 4 or 5 videos, 3 or 4 on Saturday. I'm like, Monday's gonna have to be like 7 videos. Then I changed my mind on that. So I did, I think 4 or 5 yesterday also. And then today I released one. We're doing this. After this, I'm going to edit the tackle box and then you'll see that video today, shortly, hopefully. So it didn't take that long, to be honest. Yeah, craft kit could have worked too with scissors and glue bottles. Yeah, all that. Isn't that cute? I mean, the whole thing. I think it's going to be really cute. So a caboodle, exactly. That's what I said in the video, Tarenthia. But I was like, well, I don't know if people know a caboodle. So I was like, our makeup organizer. I mean, jewelry box, yes, Birdie, all those things. Super cute. I mean, I was actually blown away by it. It's really easy. You know how Diamond Press does with like the little squares that you make to make the pop up. So it just comes together really easily. I did bring all my little cards to show you guys. I mean, there was a lot that we went and worked on. I do have a lot of things linked there in the description box, or like I said, the little HSN link, or the way YouTube does it. And look at, I mean, this, what I love about this card, I'm going to tell you, I'm super impressed, is how large this is, right? How it actually comes out and super cute. And I know the video took a while, and I sat with you guys yesterday in the live chat, like live premiere. Um, because I wanted to make sure you're orienting things right, and I was just super impressed. And then I guess the other thing is, as you're putting it together, what kind of messed with my mind as I was putting it together too is it's actually called opposite direction pull tab, meaning when you pull this, that goes up, right? So when you push it in, it goes in. So when you pull it, it goes up. So it's opposite direction. And I guess in my, I don't know, usually when you do something, it's like it does the same thing that you're trying to get the direction. I don't know. Something about it was harder for me too as I was going through it. But now that I've seen it and I've done it once, I'm like, oh, okay, got it. I love it. So when you do the camera, you're pulling from the top and then the picture comes out the bottom. So it's just kind of counterintuitive as you're putting it together. And I kept thinking old school how I would do any other pull tab. So I don't know. Very cute. Very cute. I cannot, I just, I mean, you guys remember this? I mean, this was like weeks ago now, right? The bloom. And then the airbrush, I know, honestly, back in the day, I had, when I mentioned at the beginning of the airbrush video, I'm like, oh, I've never had one, like an electric one before. And I'm like, oh, no, I did. I had later I thought about that. eBrush, is that what it's called? It was like a couple $100s. I know I had it in Georgia, and I haven't lived in Georgia for, I don't know, Miranda was like, not even one when we moved from there. So 8, 9 years, and I might have brought it there from living in Monterey or Fresno. Like I had it for a long time. I never really used it because I think for me it was too fancy. You know what I'm saying? Like you could put all these things in it, and you want to do the airbrushing, and like if you're going to use that, I want it to look like so nice. Like I don't know how to explain it. With this one, I feel like it's just fun. Just throw it on there. I'm like obsessed with this thing. It's sitting on my craft table. I'm going to be using it all the time. I really, really love using it. I don't know, just because it's so easy, I guess. And then there's no cord, and like, yeah, I charge it. It's still good. Like I've been using it for what, a week and a half or more now. Pretty much every day I've used it, and I'm just impressed with it. I think because it's simple and it's easy and it doesn't have to be perfect. We're not looking for like an airbrushing, like if you're doing like a shirt or something, it's just something else to add like texture. And I love it. I don't know. I love it. And then this, I was inspired by having done the stamping and spraying, or spraying and stamping with the Stamps by Me items that Stamps by Me had sent over. And I was like, oh, I had that in my mind still, so let's go for it. So I did that background, and I love it. It looked really wet, and like I was like, oh, okay, maybe I don't know what's happening here, but it just came out so nice. I'm so impressed. Super happy with that one. Let me see what we're saying. Love typewriters, I know. Diapers watercolor sets. Yes, that's the other one. Tracy, thank you. I couldn't remember. I was like, I know there was another one that was a good chunk of change. I think the price changed. It's the watercolor sets. They went down like $5 or $6 in price, I want to say. Bought the Die and Press Auto Ship Flower Market. Thank you for mentioning the Flower Market, Jennifer. I love it. I want to talk a little bit more about that because I did have a lot of questions after my video. And I know at the beginning of the video, I think I had come into it thinking that all the stencils matched all the dies. And I was like, oh, this is, so great because I love that. But when I got towards the end and, I was leaving it to dry like overnight or much later in the day, and I was like, this isn't lining up. This one's just not lining up. And in my mind, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Was it the glittering? Maybe it made my paper like absorb a lot of water, so it moved or changed in some way, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that at all. They're just not designed to line up. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Mary Rose says, you were on a roll. Yes, I love my vacation. It was great. I got back and was just like, let's do this. And so it was fun. It was a lot of work. Thank you, Marion. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun work. And what are you gonna say? Let's see. What AJ items did everyone order? Okay, I linked most of the Anna Griffin items I ordered. I did get the dress stickers. I did order 2 packs of the dress stickers just because I hadn't seen those before, and I thought, well, I might as well get a couple packs of them now. So I did that. Got the bicycle, got the bookmarks. I think it's gonna be very cute. I think I would have been very cute for like a swap, right? Oh my gosh. Swap item. If I ever get back into swaps, I don't know, guys. It's getting pretty crazy. Kimberly says no etiquette for her this time. Oh, Kuipu says airbrush easy to use. I'm on the fence with it. Whatever I show you guys on camera is whatever I've done. Like, if you saw me pop it in there and I'm pushing it in until it starts working and then I use it, that's what I did. Like I'm not hiding anything. I'm not holding anything back. You saw at the beginning when I first used it in the very first video, it was making a bunch of bubbles and I was like, I don't know what's happening. So I was trying to get it to work. And then as I was working with it, I'm like, oh, what if I do it this way? And then that started working. And that's what I showed you guys. So I showed you I had struggled with it. Like I don't, unless it's like a mistake that I made that really isn't worth your time seeing, then I don't edit things like that out because I want people to see exactly what it is and what it was. And if you came into the same problem, look, this is how I fixed it, you know? So, and that's what how all my videos are. Even my Cricut videos, if I ever made Cricut videos and Cricut's like, oh my gosh. Um, People are like, oh yeah, I don't come to you for a clean Cricut video. It's like I'll run into problems and then I'll figure it out. And I know there's other people who just make videos that are just clean and awesome and everything's worked out. But I know when you're working with design space, you're gonna run into these problems. So I think it's good to know how to fix them for yourself if that's what you come into. So whatever I showed there was how it works. Like I just kind of start pressing it and kind of slide it in and it's good to go. Like I don't know, just kind of go like this to get the color down. Um, so anyhow, let's see. Marilyn B says she got the Edgar from Bicycle and bookmarks, and so did I. She bought the encouragement kit. Oh yeah, I had mentioned. Okay, so that's the other thing. People were like, "Oh, there's like 6 today specials." Okay, now there's like 30 today specials. I don't know what that's about. It's just good pricing on a lot of different things. So I think to me, the today special was the or is the Crafter's Companion kit, the sentiments kind of thing. And I had mentioned yesterday or a couple days ago, whenever I had seen it, I wasn't picking it up, not because I don't think, actually think this is a better value than any of the other ones I picked up. Because in the past, whenever they do kits like this, they want like $100, $120. I think at 69 all day. That's great. Even at 89, I was already like thinking, oh, that's a better pricing than they normally do for a kit like this. And then I knew they were going to drop it like 10, $20 probably, and they dropped it by $20, right? So if you're new, or if you really like it, I would say for me that's a good value. I just have like 2 or 3 other complete auto ships that are very similar, and I'm like, I don't need it. I mean, I try to be a little more pragmatic uh, in my older, like now. So unless I'm super in love with it, I'm just not gonna pick it up if I have something already that's super similar, kind of. Especially with that, because I already have a ton of sentiments. I mean, I'm good. Love the Hunky Door mirror card. Oh, Marion, I'm telling you, get it. Oh, also, if you guys put in, if let's say you popped over there using one of my links, I would really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. I mean, it keeps my channel running because honestly, that's what I do. I'm here at my home working on these things because of the income I make, doing this as far as my job. But you can type in the words "craft happy" in the search on HSN and you'll see a bunch of deals, like just stuff that's like super good pricing. I mean, I did pick up a few things there. I didn't link them because it's not going to give you that price if I link it. You know what I'm saying? For that one, for the Craft Happy. Everything else will be the same price if you link it, whatever. It's the same price you're going to see on there. But that one, you have to put in the words Craft Happy because you can see the same items on the same craft page like regularly and it's going to be a higher price. So to get those deals for like the clearance kind of items that they're doing, you have to type in the words Craft Happy. So that's why I don't have a link for that for Craft Happy or for anything because you physically have to type it so that it comes up for you. But everything else, when I link it, is going to be linked to the pricing that's available for everybody. It's not more. Okay, I don't want to give people like, oh no, no. The links are always what the price is, except for that one. Da, da, da. I know, Deanna. Thank you. She says I should have a giveaway when I do my lives. I don't do giveaways because YouTube, when they changed a bunch of things about like having kids on your videos or not having kids, or you better say there's a kid in your video, or all these things. Same thing with like giveaways. You have to have all this legalese, and it should be a certain way. And I'm like, I know people will do it willy nilly. I'm not going to do that because I've already. This is my second channel. My first channel had some issues, and YouTube took it, and I am never going to do that again. So I'm sorry. I would love to do giveaways, but I'm just like, I'm not going to cross any of this stuff that they have. They're little, whatever, technical stuff. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. And I would love to. I think I started off doing that, but they changed rules and I'm not going to go back. So I'll leave that to companies that do that. And if they want to have their legal jargon and people who just do it willy nilly, go ahead. I'm not trying to get in trouble. So that's it. I'm just never going to play like that again. My other channel had over 80,000 subscribers. So it was sad. I'm sure by this time I would have had, however many, but what are you gonna do? So I had to start over, and that's okay. But I'm not gonna mess with that again. So thank you. Long story short, I don't have lawyers to this kind of stuff to word it right and all that stuff. So I'm sorry. I would love to, but I'm not gonna do it. Like Diamond Press knows that, so a lot of times if we do something, I'm like, I'll let you do that, and I'll let people know that you're doing that, so they can go into your giveaway. But I'm not gonna do it here myself. So sorry. Let's see. I wonder why they didn't do the AG finishing school for the bike. I know, right? Susan saying she would love to have paper for the bike, or like even this tackle box one. I'm like, Diamond Press could have done a whole thing with that, right? Like you're saying a sewing box and like all these things. I would have loved to see that in this. I think that would have been really cute. But anyhow, let's see. I wonder. Didn't do the AG fit. Okay. Juliet says, yes, every time I see your reviews, I think I need it. It's so funny. And like I said, you guys can tell when something I'm super excited about, or if I'm like, okay, you know. And a lot of times I'll say as much, right? If it's something that's really not working out. But so Deanna says she uses a live chat feature on HSN customer service. That's what I do all the time. I don't call them. I mean, so having said that, for some reason, last 2 weeks, the chat just shows like some weird mumbo jumbo kind of like computer issues, you know, and I'm like, what is going on? So I had to call them because I did have an issue with one thing. And that's fine. They answer the phone really quickly. Or when you call them, or you can even request a call. So when you're logged in on the left side of the page or just checking out HSN, it'll say chat and it says request a call, and you can just do that, put your phone number, and when they call you, they're there. Right? So that's another way of doing it without waiting. But they answer pretty quick. Okay, Deborah says, Vianney, the today's specialty is acrylic stamps. Yeah, no, I figured it's acrylic stamps. Yes, I think it's still worth it, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I think that's a good price. I love that it has wax seals. I think that's really fun. I think the follow-ups will also have it. Just to know, I'm sure the auto ship that comes with it later was just going to be put into a bag like they've been doing. A lot of times they don't put it in a box. It's not nicely packaged. It's just kind of individually package the items, but then just put into like a bubble envelope or something. So just so you know, I would assume that they're going to do the same thing. Can't wait to try the watercolor paints. They're really nice, Diane. Honestly, you know, watercolor, they're really pigmented, so I like that. Let's see. I'm the same way. Your reviews make me feel I can't live without this stuff. For the love of crafts' sake. Thank you. I don't mean to be that way. I'm just showing it. That's what I said. Like, I don't sell things. Even when I did the big craft live stream, I was like, okay. Couple things. You already know, and that's why you know, Diamond Press Shane's like, no, I don't know. You're not there to sell. Just do your thing. And it was so funny because I had to prepare for it, and I'm like, I prepare. So I had, you know, I had things cut and I had things ready to go just in case something happened. But like, I was pretty sure I'm gonna get it going and it's fine. The only real oopsie, other than my, you know, phone cutting out, which it was acting funny right now too, right? Was the doing the little guiding window and it didn't quite work. And I was like, the first time like in my life almost that the thing didn't work as well. Of course, it had to be then, but that's okay. Trent says, you said the watercolor paints are chalky though. No, I don't know if I said they're chalky. The brights, when I use the brights on the black paper I showed you, I'm like, oh, it actually still shows up because it has like the pigment. It's not chalkiness. I don't know how to explain that. So I guess you could say, it's chalky. I don't know. Chalky to me means dry and like not good. No, that's not the case. It's just the pigment is really thick. So like I was surprised by that on some of the colors, right? Some of them are a little more translucent, I guess, but they were all really good transparency, or I don't know what you want to call it. Oh, I'm looking at the Anna Griffin bookmark die set right now. She's presenting it, huh? I know. I had ordered it. I had put it in my cart, and then I was like, I'll wait a little bit because I think it hit the site like a week or two ago. But I went ahead and picked it up, so it's on its way. Glenda says, you are my Diamond Press enabler. Love your videos. Please keep up the great job you're doing. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, for sure. Making oopsies is part of the thing, isn't it? She's everybody's enabler. Hey, you guys. Pigment is good. At least it's chalky for some reason. Okay, good. Well, see, that's it. You know, again, I want to talk really quickly. I brought the flower market out, the auto ship, because I went back and forth with one of my subscribers talking about a couple things about it, and then somebody else had asked basically the same question. So I know when I went into showing it, I was like, oh, okay, so you have the stencils to match the dies. That's the case for two of the dies, and then the corner dies aren't that way. So they are the same design. They're very much inspired by each other, but they don't line up. So I felt bad because initially I kind of made it sound like, oh, these are all going to line up. And so I tried at the end of the video when I started realizing like, oh, this one's not lining up as far as um, this guy. And then the die for it. They are just not the same, guys. They don't line up. And then even my husband, oh my gosh, I was like, do you want me to sock you? Not gonna sock him, but like I showed it to him. I'm like, oh, I had this thing, and I was like driving me crazy for like a few hours because I kept lining up. I'm like, this isn't lining up. Did I do something wrong? Like, what's going on? It just wasn't designed that way, and I don't know why. In my mind, I thought it was designed that way. So like, my husband's like, what if you turn it? And I'm like, yes, of course I tried that. He thought I was like trying to match it up in these. Anyway, let's just not talk about that anymore. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. So I'm like, yeah, of course I like try to line it up that way. And if you come and look at it, it's just this is slightly smaller. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Diane. She says your cards turn out so pretty. I'm looking for it. I got the auto ship. I got the auto ship for this one I signed up for. So that means I'm gonna get another one of these in the mail. But that's how it is because that's the only way you can get into the auto ship, right? Well, for me because I already have it for review. And then I signed up also for the pull tab, one. But anyway, if you really look at it, it's smaller. The die is small. You can see the stencil sticking out over here, right? Obviously, it's not the same. It's not the same. Okay, so that's that. And then this one, I'm just assuming isn't the same. I didn't try it, but I'll show it to you guys right now. Oh, thank you, Virginia. She says, love the videos and appreciate your time. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. As long as you're watching, I'm happy to do it. So like this one, the leaf corner, and then this is the die, right? So this is the die cut side facing what you would stencil. Even if you turn it, obviously it's not going to work. It's different. Look, you can see it's not the same sizing. You can look at the leaves in the back. They don't match up in any way. Even if you were to move it around, they just don't. So I just want to be clear with that because I don't want people to be upset when they get it home. But at the same time, in my mind, I'm like, why didn't they just make it match up? I don't know. But that's okay. That's just what they did. So style choices people make, I suppose. But I would have loved for it to match up. It doesn't in that way. But you can use it in different ways. And then I think one of the gals had said that one, I said in none of the examples did they show that this was stenciled. And she said in one of the cards on HSN, it does show that. And so I went and looked at it because I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. So maybe I am wrong still, right? So I went and looked. I'm like, oh, no. What they did was in that card, if you see an example on HSN, it has a red peony. It's paper pieced. So if you really look at it, you can look and expand the picture, and you'll see that the red part that she has in there has like a texture. So it's just red paper that was textured, and then the green leaves they just did with like green paper. So yeah, it might look stenciled. It wasn't. It was paper pieced. So you can definitely paper piece this. You can use a stencil, obviously, for other pretty things, but they don't go together. But the ones that do match up are the larger ones. So your slimline and your A2 are going to match up with your stenciling, right? Just like I have here. Right? And then just remember this one doesn't cut out that centerpiece, so I had to put the glitter back on top just to bring that back to the front. And then this gorgeous thing, oh my gosh, I just love that. So those do match up. Okay, so the other two are more for like just kind of playing around, doing other things with. That's just what they did. So I hope that's clear. I thought, at the end, I try to make it very clear. But, it's in front of me and I'm working with it. And it's just funny. People are like, well, what if you did this? I'm like, I tried everything. Believe me. It's not. Yeah, Marilyn. Isn't that funny about the die and the stencil? Are you going to do reviews on site? Oh, yeah, Julianne. Sorry. Okay, so when they launched those, I was either on my way to Hawaii or I had left already, or I don't remember. But I have chosen a few items. They should be here soon. So I will tutorialize those. I know I'm sure a lot of people have questions about the little flap one. So I have a few of those showing up along with some of the new sets, You guys are so funny. Thank you. I read something, I say thank you, assuming you know what I just read, but sorry guys, okay. Let's see. Love all your videos, thank you. Thanks, Heidi. Dances looks like a shadow. No, it doesn't really match up as a shadow either, girl. I tried everything, I'm telling you. They're just two different things. I mean, I wouldn't do that way if you want to try it. It just doesn't really line up anywhere for you to do that to make it look like a shadow. I promise you. I don't know if I can show you that here. It'll probably look more like okay here because of the dark lines. You know what I'm saying? How thick the lines are, but it really doesn't. It just doesn't. I don't know what to tell you. Like up here, it just doesn't match up. And then this one has extra leaves, so that's another thing I guess I could have tipped me off that it's not exactly the same, you know? So, anyhow, trust me, believe me, I would let you know if there was a way to do it. So I don't know about that, Julia. She says, but you can still use it to color the die cut, right? I I don't see how you would do that. If you have this, is what you're trying to say, maybe have that and then I mean, you can make this your own stencil, I guess, right? Let's say you cut this from plastic or just a thick cardstock and then you went and stenciled, you know, didn't glue it down. You're just using it as a stencil. I guess you could do that and then come in with another die cut of the same one and put it on top. That's an idea. I mean, we do stencils all the time. Like you just use like a circle and a piece of plastic, so then you have a circle type stencil, right? So I think you could do it that way, right? But you have to be very careful. Like I don't know. Um, please tell me that I do not need another scoreboard just because it's small. Oh, I'm not the one to tell you that, Jillian. I have probably 15 scoreboards, and I have a really big one from Crafts Companion. You guys remember that one? They came out with one that was like this big, like I guess 24 inches long. I don't even know. And like this, and I never use it, but I have it. I might even have two of them. I'm not even kidding. And then I have like every hunky dory color and size that they have, and I have, of course, all these weird memory keeper ones, generic ones, Martha Stewart ones, Score Pal. I have them all. Let's see. Oh, she said Craft Happy doesn't work for her. She used Secret Sale and that worked. Okay. Craft Happy was working yesterday, so I don't know. So, okay, Terry is saying to use Secret Sale and that works better or works. I didn't know anything about that. I was using Craft Happy. They usually use Craft Happy as the thing, so I wonder. And it was full. It had like 6 or 7 pages of stuff. Sorry, guys, I need to write my little nose here. Did I miss the new enamel dots or were they? Okay, so Marion, I linked the enamel dots. What happened is, and I don't know, HSN does this every once in a while. If there's something that's new, but it's similar to something else that they have had before, so enamel dots or like sometimes the boxes, the new boxes or whatever, they put it in with that old listing. So you're not going to see it as new. You know, you're going to find it in the fourth or fifth or seventh page, you know? So like, I don't know why they do that. And they did that with the glitter paste and they did it with the, well, I know why they do that, but they did it with the glitter paste and with the enamel dots. So if you follow my links, if you want to use them, it'll take you right to it. Otherwise, that's why you can't just find them like quickly. It's just, they're mixed in with older items. And then you choose the one you want, which is the spring. The new one is called spring. But anyhow. Da, da, da. Okay, Terry's asking the diamond press kit that you just showed. It came with some kind of sticky paper you didn't use. What was it for and could use in a future video? So Terry, y'all are telling on yourselves. Did you not watch every single video? No, I'm just kidding. There was like, oh my gosh, so many videos. I try to use it here and there in if I remembered, right? Because I'm so used to just going to grab my glue or I need dimensional. So like, I'm not going to use that anyway. But I did use it on a few videos. I didn't bring it here because I didn't need to talk about it. I didn't think, yeah, I didn't bring one sheet of it. I kind of describe it at the beginning of every video when I showed it because like it's in the kit and I know people are curious about it. So it's adhesive, like little tiny dots of adhesive that are on the sheet. So one sheet doesn't stick at all, so that's why it's not stuck to the one side. It just sticks to the other side, right? So you remove the carrier. If you have a delicate die cut or any die cut, you put it on there, put the carrier back on and kind of give it a mush so that the little dots will stick to the back of your die cut. So when you remove it, good to go, just pop it on your projects. I will say, having worked with it now, I prefer it to be put on more solid things or if you know you have a die that's not super delicate but like like this one, this would work great. It has a couple little areas, not super delicate. I think for this one the lines are so fine that you're going to find that the little gray dots are still going to be on the very edge of the lines and then you have to kind of get rid of them. And for this, there's just so much going on, I don't want to use it for this. And that's just my personal experience with it, and I kind of talked about that a little bit in the videos. So like maybe the hello, like the little letters, I would definitely put them in there. Why not? Um, you'll find the uses for it. I think I used it on this video, or was it this one? I think it might have been this one. I might have put it under this white piece before I did that. So they're fine dots, but they're not super fine. So you'll find that if you have something that's really, really fine, like a really delicate die cut, it's probably not the best use for it. At least that's how I feel about it. Let's see, Deborah, have you been glad I'm catch you live? Watch our tutorials. Love the Hawaii posts. She's a retired sergeant major of the Army and have stayed where you stayed. Oh, that's awesome. I know we went to the base last time to get sundries and things and some discounted items or tickets for things, but then this time we just didn't really do anything that was like needed a ticket. Actually, one thing we did, but the guy's like, "Oh, you're on the roster. You don't need to actually to drive out to the base to get the tickets." So I'm like, "All right, cool." So we didn't have to do that. But it's so pretty out there, and I'm talking about I don't know if it's a Marine Corps base. I should know that, right? My husband just got a promotion too, and you think I would know more about this stuff, but I do my thing, he does his, you know. Let's see. I want to say it was Marine Corps base. Maybe it's Navy. I'm so silly. Okay, Marie says she bought the cinch in January. She made 2 books with it. Oh, awesome. Okay, I like it, but there's a learning curve. Yeah, to make sure you have everything lined up right. Yeah, like I said, I think before I had the what do I have? Remember we talked about this the last time we chatted, and I can't remember my story, your story. It's very similar kind of binding thing where like it heats up the glue, but you want to have everything touching that glue, right? And everything, so it all works out. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Dieta is saying that We Are Makers sticky sheets don't stick. Don't buy it. The dot adhesive sheets. I wonder what other people think of it because I know I've heard from other folks that they really like it. But again, I've been delivered glues where I'm like, well, this is weird because it's like really watery, but the last time it wasn't like that. And I know heat affects and whatever affects things. If it froze and defrosted, like that affects things. So I don't know. But Kitty Hawk is saying she agrees with Dieta, so there you go. Um, oh, you're welcome, Terry. She says, thanks for the explanation. Did she miss the birdhouse video? It's on my list. I have a tutorial for each and every single one. So I thought I had the birdhouse here. Hey, I do not have it here? I thought I grabbed every sample of everything that I made, but you know what? I don't see it because I see this one. This one had blue also. This is so cute. The little swan set. It's lovely. Yeah, I don't have it here, but yes, I do have a video on that. Oh, and this one, the bow. You know what's so funny? I wanted to put a rhinestone here, so in my mind I was going to do that anyway, but I forgot to show you guys. There's a little die cut that goes on top of that. So in the bow center, it's not just left to be like, oh, that's kind of weird. It did have like a little bit that goes on there, die cut, but I just put a rhinestone. So just know that they're complete. The little bows are super cute. And Johnson also agrees with Data. So there you go. Got the cinch and made a backpack notebook. Oh, that's cute, Sherry. Love We Are Makers Adhesive Folio. So Heidi's saying she loves it. It works great. So again, I don't know if it's you got the a bad batch. Something happened to it. I know I've had, like I said, I want to say it was like the art glue or something where it was super watery, and I'm like, I don't remember the last one being like this, and it happens. Like I don't know. Maybe it's the batch. Maybe it's just I have no idea. She hopes Diamond Press ones are better. Don't think you can get any better than Nuvo glue. I know, and that's the thing. I'm so addicted to Nuvo. I like the Diamond Press watery glue. They're glue, because it gives you some time to mess with it. So if you're new, you might like that. Nuvo, honestly, if it's a big piece too, once you got it down, it's down. Like, unless you kind of pick it up, and you might end up tearing like it holds pretty quick and then dries pretty quick after that. But the hold is pretty quick. So with the other one, you can kind of move it around. I know somebody had said she felt like it was a little too wet, the Diamond Press glue. I haven't really had an issue with it. I mean, the only time I ever have issues with glues is when you're gluing down something that's like, I don't think I have any right now. Well, anyway, something metallic, right? Where if the glue is wet enough, it'll like expand the paper underneath because obviously metallic is usually like a plasticky coating. And then you'll see the lines of it or something. So that's why I always, whenever I show you guys my video, I put glue on it and I always pat it off because I just want to get a little excess glue off and then stick it down because any glue will do that if you put too much. Dan says the glue makes her cards warp. Like I said, I mean, I used it on a lot of these examples and I don't have that issue. So I don't know. I don't know. Um, I, I have no idea. Yeah, so keep saying it's also too wet for her too. Doesn't like it at all. Again, I don't know. Let's see. Have you tried the precision glue holder? I forget who has it. The precision. Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. I've seen it. Where I don't know if I've seen it, but I've heard of it. No. So Marion says she loves the art glitter glue and barely art. Yeah. So again, I have both of those. I really like the barely art, but like I said, one of them that came in was super white. I'm like, I don't know what happened to this, like that one particular bottle. So it might just be that. I don't know. Nuvo glue. I know. I don't think I've ever heard anybody tell me Nuvo's like not good or if they have issues. Like other than I think when it gets towards the end of the bottle and if it dries out a little bit, you're gonna have a lot of issues. And so usually when it happens, I take off the lid and I'll put it into another little tiny like a precision bottle so I can still use it. And I'm done with that particular bottle, right? The squeeziness of that bottle. But Nuvo, honestly, it's good stuff, man. Terry says she loves the Nuvo glue. She's tempted to buy the new glue gun thing that Misty came out with. Maybe that's the one we're talking about, right? She has arthritis in her hands. Yeah, I mean, for sure. See, Tracy loves Tombow Mono Aqua, and I remember back in the day, that's what we like to use, or supposedly with scrapbooking. And I was like, everyone loves Tombow, so I would use it. And for me, it gave me that wetness, like those lines and stuff. So I'm like, I'm good. So I started using more Zip Dry and like Beacons 3-in-1 of those days, which obviously one of those has a really strong scent. And then I started using Crafter's Companion glues, right? So we, always move around. A-Link's tacky glue. Some people love it. I don't really use it that often. But it's good glue. Like if you see at the Dollar Tree, you might want to try it out. Um, Kui Poo says she loves the precision glue holder. So there you go, guys. Jennifer says she has a good success with the diamond press fine tip. And then that might be it, right? Maybe you're applying a little too much, so maybe the fine tip lets you put it out in a way where it's not too much to warp your cards or whatever it is. Um, Rhonda says that we sell a ton of Nuvo glue at the store. Oh, Rhonda, I'm wondering, do you have what store? Tell us about this store. I love the new My Sweet Petunia glue holder and press. Oh, is everybody doing this? Is that what's happening? Oh, Misty, right? That's what Misty, My Sweet Petunia is the same thing, right? I think. So she says she loves it, so maybe you guys might want to check it out. Oh, you know one thing I do think I need to get or grab is, and I should have done it yesterday when I placed my other orders, but anyway, or even last week, um, the like a sticky mat, right? I know Altenew has one. Oh, who's that company? They were on the Big Live Craft stream. I want to say they went on after I did. Anyway, just for me, I'm thinking for the stenciling. Usually I hold my stencil or maybe I'll put tape, but like if you just put your card base down, whatever you're stenciling on, and then you stick your stencil, the stencil will stick to that sticky stuff too, and it's all just there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I need to do something like that. Oh yeah, scrapbook. So this is the other thing, because you know me, I'm like, let's be cheap about it. What if I just use a Cricut mat? Like a Cricut mat, and then the thing, it should do the same kind of thing for me, especially since I sometimes get like bunk Cricut mats on Amazon. So I don't know, but I feel like the Alta New one looks really nice. Like that's the one I want. So yeah, Rhonda's saying Alta New, yeah. Waffle Floor has one. Or are you gonna say everyone has one? I have a feeling other people are gonna start doing that too. For me, I just wanted to make sure it washes off well and all that, right? So I feel like the Alta New, they are always using like mediums and stuff, and it looks good. So I'm like, it must wash off. I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Rhonda works at a scrapbooking store. Yeah, right, Marion. She said, I was just thinking that I can reuse my older mats. Yeah, that's kind of what I was like. I mean, if it's just doing that, I have no problem with that. Just a little something, right? Loving the My Sweet Petunia glue gun. Thanks for being here, guys. Oh my gosh, how many? We have almost 160 folks. And then Anna just showed the armoire die set. And I know people, sometimes I'll end up picking up the same thing I already had and I didn't realize it. So right now, I know a lot of these, like the armoire and these other things, the perfume bottle, those were all in Create 9. I'm sure if you went to Create, you know that. But I know I bought it afterwards for like half price. And so I haven't even opened the box. I'm sorry. I will. This was like in November. When was this? November? I don't know. I was like, I'm going to open it. and do a, we'll start playing with it. And I just haven't even opened the box yet. So I had to really double check. I'm like, I think that's in Create. So I went to the site and I would look up, old videos or whatever, wherever she might have shown what was in it. I'm like, okay, I already have that. Um, Brady says, guy is so funny. Hanging the Dainty AG armoire hangers. um, Mary says she uses something with her Joy. Thanks for the Cricut mat tip. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Why not? And Deanna's saying she does the same thing. So yeah, I mean, oh, so Mary is asking if I tried the sticky mat from the Dollar Tree as a sticky mat. I have not. I do have them though, because I was like, oh, cool. For like the Joy, they had some cutting mats, and I have them. And I think I did a video on it. Did I do a video, or did I just buy them? I don't know. But yeah, exactly. Use that. you know, why not? So yeah, Julia says she got all that from Create 9. So the one thing I was looking at the Create 9 is the new dies, right? The dress dies. I'm like, the dies for the dress weren't in there, but it did have dress die cuts already, right? I hope, because otherwise I bought them. Oh no, Deanna says I used to stick with gardening, not scrapbooking. Aw. um, Lisa Horton, yes, she will be on 3 p.m. Eastern. She's from England and has great products. Nancy, I don't know a lot about her, but I was picking up a lot of her items on CraftStash. Tony, I wanted to say from Stamps by Me, I've seen her present obviously before and stuff like that. She's just such a like elegant lady, but like an everyday, just funny. She's so sweet. Like if you watch any of her lives, you guys should go check it out. Like thousands of people will be in her lives. So I don't know. I mean, for us here across the pond, I think we've kind of started hearing about her. Obviously, they've been out for a while, but I feel like in the UK, she's has quite the following, and like she's so funny. She's so sweet and so talented, and just a lovely lady. I'm like, I love that. So check her out for sure. Let's see. Do you have the new Joy? The new Joy. Did they do a Today special of that? I don't remember. I feel like I remember them coming out with something, and I said I wasn't gonna get it because I'm not gonna lie. I have two Joys because that's just how it worked out. But the one I have, and I've been using it more often, and it started working better. Right when I first had it, I was like, this thing is a nightmare, and like people will still comment on that video. And it's still a nightmare. It's not the machine. Well, I mean, I guess it is. That my first one, I had to like just get rid of it. It was not working. Like it was crazy. And I guess there was an issue with the blades and all these different things that happened initially. So I was using it, and it works fine. It's fine. Then I had some bundle that was like the price was too good to pass up, so that's why I have two Joys. But also because I have a sickness, obviously I have these things. But the Joy Extra, that's right. Oh, that's right. Thank you. Okay, when you said the new Joy, I was like, I can't remember because it's the size of like the first Cricut, right? Yeah, the Cricut Create, which I couldn't remember the name of it. I'm like, what was the name of the first Cricut? Hello, VianneyCreates. But anyway, it was just called Create, and it used to be like on their infomercials, wherever they were doing initially, many, many years ago, right? So I still have my original Cricut. Actually, the original one I sold to my sister-in-law. But I have since picked up like two or three others that are that same size and different colors or whatever. So the initial one. But yeah. Kingston's Crafts has a wax seal on the today's special pricing, so that's good. Marilyn's saying. Yeah, I know Sandra said she had to stop watching so she wouldn't buy anything else. Dance is great for print and cut, so it has the print and cut, which people love, so that's great. I need to check that out. I haven't really checked those options out. I'm sorry, I think the sun like went away. Got a little dark in here. Still having some weird weather out here. Let's see. It's so funny. On my phone, I'm not seeing much of anything. I can see that you can see a little bit of my painting. It's not really a painting, it's just like a whatever, a print that's behind me. And then those weird little shadows you see on either side is like these little hanging bulbs that have like air plants in them. But you don't really see that. You can kind of see a weird shadow from them. Anyway, let's get back on track. Deanna says she loves Stamps by Me. Marilyn says, yeah, I do not need to watch HSN today. She's already she wants already. I know it's yeah, it's very tempting. Everything is very tempting. Oh, okay, good. That's good to know, Marion, because honestly, I would love to try out some stickers on that. And honestly, my son's girlfriend, she's going to school for graphic design and she's graduating this year to college. And I was like, oh, maybe it's something she could like to do because I know she likes to design like her own stickers or fun things like that. And I know she doesn't have one of those machines, but like I don't know to give it to her and say like to explain, but she can probably do it easier than I could because You know, kids these days, they catch on much faster with these things. But you're saying new sticker maker feature makes making stickers way easier too. That's good. Oh, thank you, Paints and Glitter. She says, have you any congrats on your awesome HSN presentation? Oh my gosh. I think we did a little decompression from after that. But yeah, no, I wasn't nervous of the crafting part. It's the speaking part, like when the camera, like when it was like my face, you know. Um, but they had that little hiccup where it just kind of like went out, and I was like, okay, so that gave me time to just like, oh, well, things happen, and we're just gonna do what we do, you know. And so that's what happened, and we did what we did. It actually helped calm me down a little bit. Sounds good. I know for the love of craft says it true there will be no more close to my heart. So I used to be a close to my heart representative, mostly for the discount. I would have videos and all those things. And I actually saw a video because I was like, I should check into this of a lady saying that. I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh, I was in it for the discount, but like you're in it also to hang out and, you know, to make your books and all these kind of things, like the community, right? Part of it. And yeah, they're closing shop, it looks like. And then Heartfelt Creations, like I said, they were going to close up, but I feel like she said there's transitions, and I don't know what transitions means. I haven't watched that video yet, so I don't know if somebody else is taking over or what's happening, but anyway. But yeah, Close to My Heart was really great. I mean, they had good, like everything was great quality. I don't think I worked with any of the things I ever picked up from them or had, you know, that was like low quality. It was always really great. Let's see. I love my brother Scan and Cut. Marilyn, I'm sure I hear that all the time. Let's see. How does everyone like their Anna Griffin 3D Garden Fountain Easel Finishing School craft box? She skipped it. She's thinking about getting this from the Secret Sale, and that's from Bernie. Um, I don't think did I do the Garden Fountain one yet? I know I have it, but I don't think I got to do it. Close to My Heart was bought out. Ooh, by who? I was like, well, if you know, you still have, or I think, right? What's the other company? Oh my gosh. The other company that's like close to my heart, you guys. Somebody will say it, and I'll be like, yeah, that's the one. I can't think of it right now. You can check them out. And obviously, everybody has papers and things, but oh my gosh. Oh, okay, is that what it is, Julia? She says Heartfelt will have digital images. You know, that's probably very understandable. I think that works out. I don't really do digital images, though a lot of people do, so I think that'll be great. Marilyn says, Stamp It Up. That's the one. Thank you, Karen. The garden fountain kind of looks like a cake. Yeah, Stamping Up. I know. Every time I would, oh, Creative Memories. Yeah. Every time I would like kind of go away from Close to My Heart, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should just Stamp It Up. And then I'm like, I don't know. It's just, you know, people like this and people like that. And I would always go back to Close to My Heart because I did it like several times, right? In and out as I felt like, I guess. And Stamp It Up, it's just cute. I like their branding. Everyone, I don't know. It's just, and suppose you can't do both. You know, it's supposed to, but you know, what are you gonna do? Let's see. That's kind of why I just stayed away after I finally was like, I was still doing well with Close My Heart and everything, but I was like, you know what? With my channel, I was doing a lot of videos for a lot of different things, and it was just, it felt weird. So I just stopped that. Paints Glitter so she understands all the craziness happens live. Whenever I did the live video with the big craft live stream. Do you guys have any questions about any of the stuff? I know haven't gotten around to the things I've bought, like from, you know, that I just picked up myself on HSN because I've been focusing on these other things. I do have, like I said, I'm going to edit and upload the tackle blocks. And then I want to have another one for Stamps by Me by the end of the day, which is the disco kind of related things. That came out last month, but they still have some there on the site, so if you want to check it out. But this video right here, I showed at the very beginning, guys, and if you go back to the beginning, I'm sure you're going to see that I had my phone in my hand because I said, I didn't say go live, I was just like to begin, and then it was live for some reason, so I was like, But anyway, I had just finished this guy up, so this video you'll see next with the tackle box. Super cute. Again, price drops on some of the die press items. I feel like anything I picked up at Anna Griffin was already the price it is. It hasn't changed, so I don't know about that. But with die press, it's the butterfly and floral shaped cards. These guys, right? And then it's the dog and cat because they're on the same link. They're on the same page. You just pick which ones you like, or both, because I know some people do that, right? And then the watercolor paints. I don't know if the airbrush changed in price. I don't remember. The storage is the big one, not the little storage and not the bags. But by the way, guys, I love those bags. They're really great. So in love with those. The big bundle of the two boxes, the mini box, and then the bags. And I'm sure the colors are going to start selling out. So it did drop in price a good amount. So definitely call HSN or go in the chat and get that going. Let me see. Stampin' Up. Yep, that's the thing. And trying to figure out what's going on with Hobby Lobby. Putting a lot of Cricut stuff on clearance. That's a good question, Laketta. I don't know, but I feel like they do that a lot. They just kind of get rid of whatever it might be. Funny enough, I've been noticing when I went to get paper the other day, they had all their brand items. I forget the brand. Paper Studio, right? 40% off, you know, and I was like, okay. It's funny because it used to be 50% off whenever they would do it, you know, and then like the other things were like 40 when they used to be 50. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then they don't give you the coupon anymore, right? And the girl's ringing me up and she's like, oh, that's 40% off. That's such a good deal. And I'm like, yeah, okay. Because it used to be 50. So I'm like, yeah, yeah. In my mind, I'm thinking, no, it's not a good deal. It used to be 50 when you guys did this, but whatever, it's fine. It's just how it is. I get that 10%. Let me see. Can I go over a quick list of new markdowns? Okay, Susan, I think I might have just said a few. I don't know where you came in or when I said that or when you wrote your comment. So I'm sorry. Again, with Dime Press, it's the watercolors, the storage boxes, like the big set of them. A couple of the folded shape cards. I think everything else is already like $17.95. I already had like a lower pricing. I don't know if the airbrush does, but you might want to check it just because it wasn't like on a special price last week or last few days. So you might want to check on that. I feel like the Anna Griffin, like I said, the items were just what they are, and they still just what they are. So I don't know. What mother and father card making kit? Yeah, I have the TV HSN on over here, and I'm like, I like the playing cards in that. I wanted to say I can make my own with that set from Diamond Press. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. Anyhow, Kingston Crafts paper is amazing, is what Julianne says. I have some of her paper, and I remember it being kind of thinner, but then somebody said that she had redid her paper, so I don't know if I have the newer iteration or the older iteration. The papers are nice, but it was a bit thinner. So you guys can let me know what you're thinking on that. Deanna says, everyone go visit Paints and Glitter YouTube channel. Let's support our fellow crafters. That's right. Actually, now that I see that, Paints and Glitter, do you do tonic stuff too? Or am I tripping? Let's see. Okay, yes. Rhonda says, DP Tackle Box, load that video. One part I'm not sure of. Okay. Definitely, I will have that for you guys. I just finished it, so I still need to edit, like actually physically go in and do the thing and transitions and cut out, whatever, all that stuff that I do on videos. Put it all together, add music, and then render it and upload it. So it's going to be a little bit. I'm probably going to wrap this up at 11, you guys, so maybe 5 or 6 more minutes because I do need to do that, and I have a few other things I need to take care of today. Otherwise, we love to chat about crafts all day. I mean, that is so cute. Whatever Anna's putting together right now. A father and mother kind of card. Okay, I saw ink pads, some of the colors that were dried out. I just purchased all of them, now worried of them having dry ink pads. So Irene, what are you... Okay, I will say, on my video, whenever I had swatched I'm assuming you're talking about the Dime Press inks, I had kind of like went like this with some of them, and that gave an impression that they're like dry because it's obviously juicy here, and then by the time I got here it was like drier, and then the other ones where I just kind of mushed it was very nice and juicy. I did see some comments because I'm curious what you guys are thinking about the inks. I go back and look and see on HSN like what people are thinking about what. Please leave reviews if you guys have a moment. Leave reviews. I would love to see them, and it's great for the companies, I guess, for them also for feedback if it's great, if it's not so great, what you didn't care for, what was whatever. So I like to go back and look. And some people had said that, oh, they were dry initially, but she left them sitting flat because she was going to return them or whatever, and tried them out one more time, and they were juicy. It's just that the ink had like stayed on one side or migrated. So just keep them flat. And honestly, ever since I've had mine on my counter, I use them literally every day. That just leaving that way did make a difference. So I apologize that my video might have given the wrong impression, because I know some people asked about that too, even in that video, and I had released it. And they're just fine. And I wouldn't, if they weren't, I would tell you they weren't. I know sometimes, like in the older iterations, the lid would come off a little bit easier, so maybe they felt more dry. Generally, you'll notice that pigment inks don't really dry out, even if the lid is weird, because they're pigment. I guess. So water-based inks, obviously, they're gonna dry out a little bit quicker. But even at that, I still have inks from whenever Diamond Press was first putting out inks, and they're still working. So I don't know, but definitely let them sit and try them out if that's something you're curious about or having problems with. I don't know. Virginia says she bought 2 sets of the bags. Saw the inks. Okay, here we go. Hobby Lobby is going to home decor, and the crafting is getting smaller. Okay, possibly. I really want to try out DP inks, but can't decide on which colors to get first. I know that's tough, Tracy. Honestly, I can't. I have no help on that because obviously they sent me all of them, and I'm like thinking in my mind, like if I was a person in the world, which ones would I get? You know, that's hard because I love having all of them. It's so nice because then you mess around with like the pink and then like a darker pink and like as you're stenciling, oh, I have this one that goes with this, and so it's nice to have them all. But I mean, I think if you're just choosing like even just having the different colors of black has been nice. I don't know. The browns, which I love because even I picked up the LGS Creative inks and I made sure to get different brown shades because different brown shades honestly make your project. And then like maybe the teal set and like the pink set because the teal has kind of bluish greenish colors in there, and the pink one has kind of like reddish pink colors. I don't know. It's hard. The yellow ones, have been great. Diane says a lot of her original DP inks have dried out. Again, the new ones, the lid is on there. It's on there. And then it has that secondary lid, right, too. So we'll see. I mean, only time will tell because obviously those are newer. And they have reinkers for them, right? So that's great because they're like legit. These are the colors. These are the reinkers for them. So I love it. The airbrush mine is coming today. Can't wait to play. Years ago, I had one you blew with your mouse. Oh, Sherry, I still have that one. Yeah, for sure. Um, have fun. Like I said, for me, I would start turning it on, like press the button, and as you're putting the ink in so that you'll see when it starts spraying, you're good to go. That's where you spray. And then just go and spray. Thank you, Deborah. I love all your videos. Thank you for thank you and keep them coming. I certainly will as long as I can. Thanks. Like I said, any success or anything I do with anybody or with any company or anything is because of you guys, because you're watching and you're interested and they take notice, and I appreciate it. So thank you so much. I know I'm not for everybody. I still get comments. You talk too fast. You talk too fast. You should slow down. And it's like, I have a video that's like 40 minutes long. Can you imagine if I slowed down how long that video would be? On top of that, I'm not really doing it for efficiency. This is how I speak. I'm 45 years old. I've talked about this many times. It's not going to change. If you're on the phone with me, I'm like, like that's how I speak. My husband's like, oh my gosh, whenever I get with like my old friends, he's like, I don't even know what is happening because like they speak just as fast, or we're like trying to catch up and just talking about everything and talking about the good old days, and it's just this is how I speak. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Timothy says, the complete set syndrome. I think I have that. I know. Thank you, Kim. Kimberly says, be you, don't change. Hi, Rosalio. It's been a while. I'm good. Hope you're all doing great. Enjoy the live. Bye-bye. This is Connie saying bye. Don't store your ink pads upside down or on their sides. Oh, yeah, for sure, Diana. Having said that, the close to my heart ink pads were designed to be upside down, which is so cool. I love that because if you guys remember them, I still have it, and they're still juicy. They're still great. If they're clearancing things, I don't know if that's how they're doing it. Go get their things. They have some really great stuff, but their ink pads, you swivel it out. You have to kind of pull it up a little bit, swivel it out, and then it turns over. And the reason they do that is so that the ink is at the top of the pad, ready to be used. Does that make sense? So if you can imagine the ink pad's up here because it's at the top, and you swivel it out and turn it over. So the ink pad always has the juiciness at the very top. I hope that makes sense. And I'm still assuming they're still making them that way. I don't know. They were always that way whenever I was selling it. So good stuff. Okay. Paints and glitter is probably responding to somebody else. Something about good yellow ink is hard to find. I love your videos. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. I can go back several years to them to watch. Oh, thank you, Irene. I know some of them, they're a little rough. It's so funny to see older videos too, because I'm like, oh, my hands look so different. Anyway. And then people, leave me comments that my voice is very soothing. And I say the reason that happens is because like for a while too, I was just working, especially on the summertime in the morning when the kids are asleep. So I'm talking kind of quietly and the kids need to be asleep. that kind of stuff. And also, I have my master's degree in rehabilitation counseling, and people have always gravitated towards me as far as that. It's like my voice, and I don't know if it's soothing, comforting. I hear it. When I listen to it, I'm like, it's up here. I don't know, but people like that. So thank you. I appreciate it. A little raspy right now. Oh my gosh, I've been doing a lot of talking on these videos. Michelle says she has close to my heart inks, and they're awesome. Yeah, they're really great, and they have really great white and colonial white, I guess. So like they're like a pigment ink that is actually white, and it's actually like a cream color that you'll see when you stamp with it. So I really like those. This is a like the way you speak. It's better than wanting to pull the words out of the presenter's mouth. Oh, thank you. I know. I try to be clear, but I try to give all the information and say everything because after years of doing YouTube, I know the kind of questions I get. And it's so much easier to have it in the video than to type to each person the same thing because they didn't hear that or because I didn't say it or I didn't talk about it, you know? And so I try to be super thorough so that the information's there. If you watch it from start to finish, it'll be there. But I know makes for a longer video and people skip around to see where I'm actually working possibly when maybe at the beginning is when I talked about something. So, you know, whatever. But it does cut down a lot of questions that I don't really have all the time to answer in writing. A lot of times it's easier to see things too than to write them out. I know whenever I had crochet videos, people ask me, I'm like, I have no idea how to explain this in writing. Can you please go back and look at this part of the video and maybe it'll, you know, click or something. Deborah says she's a fast talker too, and her hubby 50 years still says to slow down. Yeah, he's just a slow listener. That's right. Julianne says, I'm happy you don't put music while you craft. I know I do that a little bit here and there, and it's usually when I'm painting, but I already talked about what I'm doing, so I don't feel like you have to sit there for, you know, even if it's 3 minutes of actually work time or that kind of thing. I will put a little music, but it's not just music, right? Where I understand that's not super helpful. I think that a lot of times why people don't really pay too much attention to videos that actual companies put out for themselves, because a lot of times it is that way. And it's like, okay, what happened? Like, what? So I know. Well, Susan says, thank you, Vianney. I'm off. And you know what? I am going to be off too in just a minute. Oh, hold on. Heidi's asking, what's your favorite true white opaque ink? Again, the Close to My Heart white was really great. I still have it, so it's there. But I tried out the Stays On white was really good. I want to say Ultra's Creative also has a really nice white. If anybody else has any other opinions on that, there you go. Any swaps in the future? I don't know. One of the gals here, she says the CC tags look good, and I'm like, I just looked up and I saw them. I had seen them on the site, and I was like, I don't know, do I need them? We'll see. Anyhow, let's see. Okay, Marie says when she first started watching videos, she had trouble keeping up, but now she's an old pro, yeah, old Vianney pro, and I can follow you perfectly. I know I do feel bad for a lot of times. Some people say it to be mean, but most and other people it's because like they literally cannot keep up. And then some people will say, you know, I'm elderly, and then that's when I feel bad because it's like, but I can't. I don't know what to do. Like, I'm sorry. You know, maybe slow it down. A lot of the ladies here will tell you that they speed up my videos, which is even crazier. But just so they can still hear everything and just see it, you know, and get everything. So I get it. Stephanie's on her way out, so I am too. So VersaFine has a great white Stays On too. I love VersaFine. I'm sure everything they do is really great. Sukaneko. But thank you guys. Thank you, Andrea. Thanks for being here. Hero Arts Unicorn is pretty good, is what Paints and Glitter is saying. I am going to have to wrap it up because I would love to just sit here and I will. But like, I still have a little work to do, guys. A little work to do. But you guys look like you're wanting to see it, so I got to get going to do that. So the tackle box will be next. Again, think cosmetic, think sewing box, think all those different things that you can tuck in there. I think it's going to be so cute. It's such a cute set. I can't even. All right, guys. Thank you, Julie. She loved your videos. Took time to subscribe because she had a hard time keeping up. There you go. And I know that. I know that. I know there's things I can change. I'm sure that'll blow up the channel, as they say. But I'm like, I just do what I do and what I like. And I only work with companies that I know have great stuff because I'm not trying to, I don't know. I rather just know it's going to work and it's going to be great and you guys are going to be happy. So that's what I do. So anyway, all right, guys, thank you so much. I will say goodbye. I don't know if I have to put my hand over here somewhere. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, that was so silly. At the beginning, I had the phone in my hand. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you, all your time for being here, for spending it here. Please check out the videos. Yes, please check out the videos. Spend a lot of time making them for you, and I would really appreciate you check them out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. There's some links in the description box. They're kind of around here somewhere, and I super appreciate it, guys. All right, have fun. Let me know what you're getting at the next video, and I'll see you all at the next one. Tags are sold out. Oh, no. Okay, bye, guys.